I mean, everything, brother. I mean, my dad, I think the piece that I actually struggled with, and this was like, we were talking in our opening, like, we have this thing is don't let television tell your vision. And my interpretation of what a black man was, my dad was always counter. Black man is told through this very limited views I would get on TV or when I would listen. And then and my dad was always countered. Like we didn't blessings on many levels. You know, my dad didn't use the N word. Like and it was all love in the spirit of like time and place. And so I'd say my dad early on was always this very humble, very graceful, kind man that as a teenager, brother, I struggled with. I was like, I mean, why are you so soft? You know, and it was because of I was always getting poured in. It's like, it's like you always got to have this Shango energy of like, and putting brothers, it was just always this almost, it's just kind of toxic in ways where it's like, and it works to an extent and it's okay in some aspects, but we're so multifaceted, right? And my dad, based on his upbringing, was very kind and loving, and that I struggled with until I became actually a father and got older to realize like my dad would kill people with kindness. My dad would be so smooth with grace. People, it would just kind of blow folks' mind. I would see folk who would use intimidation or these, but that wasn't my dad's style. But he would always kind of get his way, sort of thing. So I say this to say, in the spirit of it, think this idea of grace, humility, kindness, and vulnerability, for me, are superpowers that as boys to men, we're really not taught. Yeah. And so and that's why we end up having strokes, heart attacks, because we don't even know how to express these things that are healthy and natural, but we're told, or to like when you emote, you either got to be all, you got to emote a certain way. And so I say this to say, in my evolved self, I later realized just how extraordinary a gift that my dad had been modeling for me, but I didn't realize that until much later in life. And now that he's gone, may he rest in peace, I try to model that, man, of just, man, be graceful, like be humble, be kind, because you just don't know where others are coming from. And so I think that, in answering your question, those are things to me that I try to carry forward that were modeled from my dad to me, that took me later in life really to understand and put into my practice.
Yeah, thank you for sharing.